A quick observation that I wanted to bring, which is an interesting thought that I had when talking to our customers, and not even just to our customers, but anyone who, a lot of people who talk to us when we say, like, hey, we're building AI agents. One of the first questions that they have is, oh, which models do you use? And then it always kind of surprises me because I kind of feel like it feels more important in the eyes and in the minds of the people who ask us than it actually is. If you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Will, and we've built an AI agent who's taken a manual process of at least half a day to something like 15 minutes. And so I've seen a couple of things as we've been building this agent, and the specific model to choose is probably feels more important than it actually is. And especially nowadays with this kind of race of AI hype with models coming out every week trying to best the one before. And it's normal because those companies, those providers, those AI providers like Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, they're trying to like push, like Gemini, then ChatGPT 5.1, and always trying to steal the spotlights from the one before. So that's why sometimes you get weeks where you get like one model every day, and it can feel really overwhelming. And for people who are trying to just implement AI in their businesses, trying to make sure like let's take a process and let's try to see where AI fits, if AI fits at all, which is not always the case, it can feel overwhelming. You're like, oh my God, analysis paralysis, which models should I choose? And so for us, it doesn't really matter. Like, yes, you have to like benchmark a few different models, but at the end of the day, you should spend more time on the rest of the process. Choosing the model is like one fraction of this whole AI transformation process. There's so much work in before, like preparation, trying to identify which process to actually implement, then trying to actually, find the actual subject matter experts, trying to create the expertise, trying to see how to structure the knowledge, how to structure what is data, what is knowledge, what is specific to this company, what is specific to this person, and then actually implementing it, trying to see, okay, well, how is this going to connect to the rest of the applications of their business, then trying to see, like, there's so much work outside of it that really just choosing one model is not as much. And of course, it's also the responsibility of those AI providers trying to push, like, hey, with this new model, everything changes. With this new model, everything changes. And it changes marginally, but it doesn't change for the actual lives and businesses of ordinary businesses, right? Because what you have to do, even if you've got like the best model in available, you take like Opus 4.5, which just released, which is pretty incredible. It's useless if you don't apply an actual process to implement it in an actual, to make it usable by actual human beings. And I just hope at some point we can stabilize a bit of those tools and we can just try to slow down the change every time. And I thought of a parallel recently where a plumber came to my house and I realized that, their tools, and you could apply this to also like carpenters, electricians, like it's not just plumbers, but their tools don't change every week, right? They might have a better wrench the year after, but it doesn't change. And one plumber might have like the same tool for like 20 years. And so I think in this industry, we're like, it's been 3 years. ChatGPT came out in November 2022. We're now in December 2025. And the change has been so fundamental and so radical. Now, we might be seeing a slowdown, but it's just about like realizing at some point you have to wait for the new Christmas that comes out with a new ChatGPT, a new a new Claude model, and just say like, okay, well, now we have this. Let's assume no new other models are going to come out. What do we do with this? And to be fair, that's what we do. Try to use the current models and make sure that we can actually use and apply this to an actual process transformation, realizing that most of the work is not in finding the right model, choosing the right model. It's about creating the process and applying this AI to the actual business process that needs to be transformed. So if you're ever curious about how that works, leave me a comment or an email in the description below. I'd be happy to talk and discuss your use case. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.